Yo, so look, I can't even hold y'all. When I first grabbed this exotic armor piece, I just did so just out of I don't know, just out of curiosity. It was either this or that. And it was like, I'm gonna go with this because it seems like I could have a fun gameplay loop with it. But I'll be honest, I did not expect for it to be as viable and as good as it really is, at least to me, right? This exotic is hazardous propulsion, the exotic Titan chess piece. And this thing right here is actually crispier again than I could have initially anticipated at all. I thought it was going to be a niche exotic. I thought it wasn't going to really hit the way it hits, and yeah, this baby hits. So hazardous propulsion, or I'm gonna just call it HP for short because that's a mouthful, yo. Its exotic armor perk is danger close. Weapon precision hits or final blows have a chance to load a kinetic Exodus rocket. Activating your class ability fires the loaded Exodus rockets. Damaging targets with the Exodus rockets temporarily increases the damage that you deal with all other rockets. Now, on paper, that just sounds gimmicky, right? Like, it sounds super gimmicky. It's like those rockets ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna tickle the opposition. I'm gonna get a little 5 to 10% rocket boost. Bada bing, bada boom, I'm gonna be on my merry way. No. That's not the case at all, This thing, believe it or not, actually finds itself emitting a high amount of damage in a short amount of time, and it does great no matter what the opposition is. Mini bosses like subjugators, this thing will help you as you're trying to DPS. I couldn't believe it at first. I'm like, yo, no way. But even as I went through, as I double back and I've done some stuff in the legendary campaign, I went through and I helped some friends, finish up fighting the witness and things like that. That final mission, I brought HP in and it was holding it down against those subjugators. I was like, yo, hold on, we might be onto something, man. We might be onto something, and then using that in tandem with the rocket launcher, I'm a Gjallarhorn guy, man. I've been since day one, right? So use that in tandem with Gjallarhorn. After I acquire all 6 Exodus rockets, I get that 6x buff, and I can't remember top of mind how much you get per stack of Exodus rockets or the buff. I can't remember how much damage increase you get, but it's definitely noticeable for sure. So, yo, using those things in tandem, definitely I was able to help my homies get the legendary campaign done, and it was beautiful. Man, it was beautiful. And believe it or not, even when I wasn't using a rocket launcher, it still paired well with what I was utilizing. I was rocking more of a precision focused loadout, trying to utilize a linear fusion rifle, a sniper rifle and whatnot, because remember, those precision hits will have a chance to load an Exodus rocket. So as you're precisioning everything left and right, you get those rockets, you go ahead and pop that barricade or use your thrusters, because we do have thrusters with prismatic, and you're firing off those rockets, you rinse and repeat, and you have yourself a nice high DPS gameplay loop, So honestly, I've been using this thing as one of my primary exotic armor pieces because I found it to be universal, Am I rocking a fully optimized build for this thing? I have not taken the time to fully spec into it just yet. I just have mods supporting me getting my barricade back quicker. I get my barricade back quicker. It gives me the opportunity to launch those Exodus rockets that I proc. But pretty much I've been just rocking the call with it, L2's rifle, and then Gjallarhorn. And if I need that precision loadout, I'll swap to a Doom Petitioner, swap this over to Succession. I'll do something along the lines of that, and then I'll switch my energy primary over. I usually will run double special here, put on Indebted Kindness or something like that, you know what I mean, and just be as precise as need be. Indebted Kindness helps me with ag clear. I stack those Exodus rockets, I pop that barricade, fire the rockets, I go ahead and either emit that damage that we get from the rockets to the boss, mini boss, or the rank and file enemies, and I just keep that loop going. And again, I could build into this a lot more than I have. I don't even have all the prismatic mods unlocked, or not mods, but fragments unlocked, which, your boy needs to do. And so far, I'm still sufficing, or this build right now is still sufficing, given my current set of circumstances. So there's plenty more opportunity for me to spec into this even more to make sure I get the rockets up and rolling, the barricade back, I'm firing them, or I'm using thrusters left and right, I'm dodging, shooting rockets, omitting a ton of DPS, pairing with the call or pairing with the Succession or Doom Petition or whatever. Again, you have a ton of flexibility here, even though on paper it doesn't look like that's the case. Now, in regards to drawbacks, do know this thing honestly doesn't have many drawbacks at all, but if there's one that I have to talk about, it's the fact that it does take a little bit of time to get all 6 Exodus rockets back up, because again, it's all due to chance. You can get them back real quick, or it may take a little bit of time after you get final blows, or you go ahead and get those precision shots going. going, right? Or if you have not fully spec'd into getting your barricade back faster by, you know, making sure you have a maxed out resil or something like that on a Titan, then of course that loop can be a little bit, I guess, for lack of a better term, it could be slower or a little bit stagnant. But as long as you're spec'ing into getting that barricade back as soon as possible, right, getting that class ability energy back, as long as you're focused on having at least one precision weapon available, whether that be a pulse rifle, scout rifle, sniper, whatever, so you can lay those precision shots in. Even, you know, I mean, if you're rocking an AR, just aiming for the crit spots, right, again, getting those precision shots will be more important, especially in in-game content, because you won't have a multitude of final blows left and right. You know, as long as you can do those things, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, right? And then you can use your rockets whenever you feel like it, because they don't ever disappear. They don't ever dissipate. If you die, they do, of course, but as long as you're alive, you will hold on to all 6 of those rockets for as long as you want. So again, if that's the only drawback, then hey, we're good. You know, we're good. We still have ample opportunity to really utilize HP to the highest extent, you know? So in regards to overall takeaways, honestly, since I went in with like 0 expectations, I'm pleasantly surprised with HP. I really am. I really am. Outside of running Heart of Inmost Light, like this is the thing that I'm rocking out with, because to me, it's free damage, right? It like you cannot frown upon free DPS, you know, it's literally free for me doing things I'm going to do anyway. I'm already going to aim for crit spots, right? Like I know I'm going to throw up the barricade to defend myself, get a res on my teammate, whatever the case may be. I know I'm going to pop barricades in some capacity. Why not get the free rockets and omit free damage? Like, come on now, come on, especially when like there isn't like one massive meta exotic to rock on the Titan. I mean, I know we have the class items coming here shortly, but still, outside of the class items, I think this will be a viable option for anybody to utilize to just, again, lay out that free damage and have some fun watching things go boom. You give Gjallarhorn more power, and hey, look, who doesn't want a stronger Gjallarhorn, you know? Again, when it's all said and done, this is my subjective opinion, but what do you all think? If you all have rocked hazardous propulsion in any capacity, let me know what you all think about it in the comments below. If you have not, are you going to strive to acquire it? Again, let me know in the comments. It's been your boy. I'm signing out. Thank you all so much for coming and watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace!